update. And I tried to tell these people, but they don't listen unless it's a fucking super chat. There is an American Stratotanker flying over Iran right now. Flying right now. Over Iran. Now. But I'm trying to let them know and nobody's paying attention. Unless it's just a freaking super chat. An American Stratotanker is flying over Iranian airspace right now. This is not bullshit. This is happening right now. This is serious. This could be it. There's no way a United States Stratotanker will be flying in Iranian airspace. Oh my God, where is everybody? Watching football? Are you kidding me? I gotta call somebody. What the hell is wrong with people? There's a freaking Stratotanker flying over Iranian airspace right now. Nobody's listening. I'm letting Goldie know, I'm letting Tusi know, and they're not paying attention because it has to be a fucking super chat in order for them to pay attention. Holy shit, it's happening. It could be happening right now. There's no way an American plane would be flying in Iranian airspace. There's no way. There's no way. I gotta go live on TikTok. Holy shit. It might be going down. Don't say a word. We could be hitting Iran right now. There's no way. We would be flying in Iranian airspace. Is it still there? It's still there. Why isn't my phone working? Oh, Ma, please. A freaking Stratotanker is flying over Iranian airspace right now. It came from Iraq and is in Iranian airspace right now. Go check my stream. Go now. Bye. Go. All right, bye. This is big. He is over Iranian airspace, period. He's in Iranian airspace. Right here. This is Iraq. He left Qatar, went here and cut across and is in Iranian airspace right now. A U.S. refueler is in the air and is in Iranian airspace. It could be happening right now. The B-1s might be coming in. God only knows. That should not happen. A tanker? That means there's got to be escort. Something's going down. There's no way a Stratotanker left vulnerable like that should be, and congratulations to the 49ers beating the Eagles. There's no way a Stratotanker should be over Iranian airspace. There's no way. There's no way. And there it is. It's right now, unless it's a decoy and it's spoofing. It could be. Don't know, but there's no way this should be there. It's going to disappear. It's going to disappear. We got to see this now. It's going to disappear. It's freezing. Holy shit. So a Stratotanker is in Iranian airspace right now. But it looks like it's going to turn its transponder up because it froze. But you see it. You see it, right? That's a refueler, a tanker. Something might be going down right now. Something may be imminent. I had to jump on. It's early morning hour. It's I think it's 4:40 a.m. in Iran. Sunrise is until 7. Alexa, what time is it in Tehran right now? Oh, it just disappeared.
5:38 a.m.
5:38. It's 5:38. It just disappeared. The tanker just disappeared over Iranian airspace. Tusi's not listening. Tusi's not paying attention. I'm trying to message him to go to flight radar and look what just happened, but he's not paying attention unless it's a super chat, just like Goldie. They don't pay attention unless it's a super chat. I'm trying to, and look at my messages in 2C stream. You'll see them, Andy. I tried messaging him numerous times and her, but they're not paying attention unless it's a super chat. It was just over Iranian airspace, a stratotanker. I was in chat in both. I was watching them, both, because she's carrying his stream. So holy shit, there was a freaking tanker. It just went off the screen here, turned the transponder off. An American refueler over Iranian airspace. Just now. See the line? And it crossed from Iraq right into Iran. This stratotanker. I don't want to lose the track. Oh, I'm going to lose it once I click it. I know it. See, it left. Oh, man. I'm going to lose the track now. I don't want to refresh. It left Qatar, went up this way into Iraq, then headed east, and went right into Iran. And it disappeared. There it goes. It just left the screen. Ugh. And now it's refreshing. I didn't do that. Holy shit. It's gone. It's gone. We're not going to see it. It was just here. In Iranian airspace, that is big. Something might be going down right now. Oh, there's definitely escort. That's not going to Iranian airspace by itself. A tanker? Even though it's high altitude still, not even 38,000, whatever. There's got to be escort aircraft with that. It's not going to go in blind by itself. No way. Yes, it's similar to what happened in Venezuela. But this is a refueler. There could be B-1s coming in from that island, Diego. It's a UK base. Something's going down. Something could be going down right now. Right now. Because that refueler was over Iranian airspace. There's no way you're going to see that refueler over Iranian airspace. And notice where it was. It was to the south where it could quickly get the hell out of Dodge and return back to Qatar. So it made itself vulnerable over the limited amount of airspace over Iran that it could to avoid the air traffic that's in Iraq. So they might be coming in from the south into Iran, which makes sense. You don't want to interrupt this air traffic and you don't want to give them the warning because then they'll know it's coming. So they might be launching from the south going in this way and hitting them coming in this way. The refueler was here. Does that not make sense? You don't want to tip them off. If you tell the airlines, oh, you're going to have to protect the civilian craft, then Iran knows it's coming. Because you're telling the civilian airlines, stay clear. That would tip them. They didn't want to tip them. So it looks like they did a surprise thing. The refueler came in here, and they may be coming in from the south over the Persian Gulf and coming into Iran that way. I don't know. This could also be a psyop. I don't know what's going on. Bombers took off earlier from where? Diego Garcia? Are you serious? He's just reporting it now after I was yelling at him to do it? He's just talking about it now? Well, I had to jump on my own stream because he wasn't talking about it. And I'm letting him and Goldie know, and they're not doing anything. So I said, I got to go on and let people know what the hell just happened. That's the frustrating part. It shouldn't be about super chats or whatever. You should be paying attention to your chat. And when somebody tells you something's going on, I told them, check flight radar. Look at flight radar. There's a freaking stratotanker over Iranian airspace. Pay attention. And he was talking about it all day about flight radar 24. This is happening. Well, it just happened. At the most critical time. But it was, last I seen it was right about here. Right about there. It came across from Iraq and it kept, I thought it was going to turn. I thought it was going to follow the flight path like it always does. It went right through And I was like, oh, is it going to go into Iran? And it just kept on going. I'm like, oh my God. Ma, stop. It's in Iranian airspace. You're not going to do that unless something's going down. You are not going to risk a strata tanker going into Iranian airspace unless something is going on. I don't see that strategically as being logical. It's only going to be done if some shit is going down, in my opinion. Tusi reported an hour ago about the bombers. Yeah, about the bombers. There's been a lot of strata tanker traffic all day. And C-17s. All day. It's the tankers you got to watch. Because Diego's to the south. And that makes sense. Because they're going to come from the south, head north, exactly where that strata tanker is about right now. I'm sick and I'm smoking because I'm shaking. Because we may have just witnessed the beginning of a strike in Iran. I don't know that for sure. But my gosh. Like I said, make what you want out of it. But there was a freaking strata tanker over Iranian airspace just now, and it's still there. And if you got here right away, go back on. If you're watching on the Tube of the U, go back. When I started the stream, you'll see it. You'll see it. It disappeared now because it turned its transponder off, but it was there, and it crossed right in. Something might be going down right now. And it's unfortunate that people don't pay attention to their chats when you're telling them over and over again, check flight radar, Iranian airspace, intrusion, U.S. strata tanker. And we're not going to hear about it for a few hours, if it's even happening. Because remember, there could be spoofing going on. There could be a lot of side op thing going on here too. So I am not saying this with absolute certainty. All I know is I seen on Flight Radar 24 a freaking strata tanker entering Iranian airspace and flying east. And then, poof, gone. Because transponder's off. So that's all I can say with certainty. But it might be going down right now. Another thing we need to check, since it's gone, we no longer look there. There's still a lot of air traffic going on here. This is what you want to see. Are they going to start to bail out of the area? Are they going to turn away? What is going to be the activity? That one's turning. This is what you want to look at now. Are any of these planes getting the hell out of Dodge? Are they going to turn to get out of the area? Then you know something's going on. Then you know. But they may not be aware because the United States did not tip off the civilian airlines. Follow? Okay, yeah, I've heard that too, that they were taking a lot of the money and the Ayatollah supposedly has like over $200 billion worth of stolen money and gold and all that kind of stuff. I've heard that, Daryl. But now we need to see, okay, so where was this plane just going? Where is this going? We need to see if they start diverting. Now this one, I don't know what the hell, that's heading to Qatar. We need to see if the traffic starts to divert. Because I'm telling you, they didn't tip off. The president's not stupid. Do you remember what happened in the 12-day war? They warned to clear the airspace prior to things going on. He wants this to be surprise, surprise. The element of surprise. That's what this is about. And not interfering with this airspace going on. And this got full, by the way. Look at all these planes in here right now. Early in the morning. All of a sudden, you see a lot of air traffic. What is this? A C-17? What is it? Come on. Why is it not highlighting? Come on. It's probably this. What is this? Could that be the tanker? And all of a sudden it shows up here? Or is that a different? San Diego. What the hell's this? Moscow. What did I click on? Which plane is what? I'm freaking out. I gotta be honest. I gotta refresh. Something's acting weird. Glitchy. What the hell is going on with flight radar? That's not available. What is this? C-17 or a Stratotanker? That's another Stratotanker. Where did this one come from? Holy shit. How come I lost the track? You could tell I'm a little nervous, right? Or nervous excitement, actually. That is not the one. That is a different one. That is a different one. That came down from the west and came down. You could kind of see it here. So there was another one in the air nearby. But that's not the one that we seen here. There was two. There were two. You could see that one's heading back. That's the one I was looking at earlier that was circling. And it looked like it might have been refueling in the air because they do that. They'll circle so they can refuel aircraft. Sometimes. That's an indicator. So there could be shit going down right now. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying. Actually, there was one today, it's called the Voyager. That's their tanker that left earlier from Greece, their base in Greece. I noticed that today. Let's take a look there because I'm very curious to see what happens here. I'm telling you, shit might be going down right now. Here's their base. The Royal Air Force, right there. Let's see. At 7:25, a Royal Air Force air tank. That's an Atlas, though. Let's see if what else took off from there. This is my monitor all the way in the corner, so this might have been one. That's another one. What is this? Nope. But yeah, there's been activity at the RAF base. There's been German aircraft, military aircraft. There's been all kinds of stuff. I've been watching it all day. What's going on?
I'm fucking cracking over the Persian Gulf.
Another strat.
Two different planes. One's heading south. They're shadowing.
Yeah.
Shadowing passenger airliners, and every once in a while you'll get a separate track, and you'll see, man, that it's United States.
Well, this is a tanker I'm showing on the screen in the Persian Gulf heading south, back probably to Qatar. But there seems to be another one. Yes, there's two there. One is a Qatar plane, and the other one.
The other one is a Qatar.
Yes, correct. I'm showing that. I'm showing it on the screen now.
Yeah, they just let me see.
Dude, there was one in Iranian airspace. I freaked out. I couldn't believe it went into Iran.
The Jubail Marine area. They're just right off the coast of that. The ones that I'm looking at.
Yeah,
Yes, you're looking at the exact same two.
Yeah, these two.
Yeah,
He's heading back to Qatar.
he is. Qatar, yeah.
But the other one went from. The other one entered the Iranian airspace from Iraq into that. It went right into it. Look at the stream at the beginning and you'll see it. Then it turned its transponder off. And someone said that Tusi mentioned it that earlier that from Diego Garcia that there were bombers there. And I don't know if they took off, but they could be coming in from the south, heading north. And they didn't tip off the airlines, bro. They didn't tip off the airlines. They wanted to make it an absolute surprise, because if you tell the airlines, they're going to find out that they told the airlines to close to avoid the airspace. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think they wanted to tip their hands that way. Something might be going on right now, dude.
Yeah, you would think if they were pulling something like that it might be already going down.
Yes. And again, I don't know this for a fact. You know, I just saw what I seen. I don't know if they're spoofing and they're trying to psyop them and to make them think that something's going on in southern Iran near the Persian Gulf, and something might be going on totally somewhere else. I don't know, but it damn looks suspicious to me. I'm telling you that right now.
Trump and the gaggle, man, in the audio version. Have you had a chance to listen to it?
No. No.
It was straight to this.
Yeah.
He just told a CNN reporter, and just straight up that I don't know how much clearer I could make it, because she came out and tried to ask him questions like when, where,
Right.
how.
He's not going to tip that.
You think they're just gonna? He goes, "Who are you with?" And she said something about I'm with the White House Global TV Press or whatever or something. And he goes, "No, what station?" And she said CNN, and he goes, "Why in the hell did you just say CNN?" But, he just said, he just outright said that, if they're murdering people, we're gonna have to do something.
I'm hearing horrific numbers of people slaughtered in Iran. I'm hearing horrific numbers. Horrific. So I think it's time. I honestly think it's time. I think it's coming soon. I read to you what Netanyahu said earlier in the day.
Yes.
It's like Lindsey Graham said something yesterday. It's like everybody's saying it's coming soon. Help is on the way. And that's been the message. And even the Crown Prince came out with an interesting message earlier tonight. So it looks like, I'm telling you, something might be going down, dude. I'm telling you. Now we got to watch, though. We got to watch. That's why flight radar is important, because if you start to see shit start to go like off on a different flight trajectory path, they diverted, then game is on. I'm telling you that right now, because Israel needs to watch right now, because if it is happening, they're going to try to launch at Israel. You know that. They're going to try something. They're going to do something. You got to watch the Persian Gulf. You got to watch everything. Our bases, everything's on alert right now. It's got to be. And I've got...
Plane that left London and crossed over the Mediterranean and flew right over fucking Lebanon, right into Syria, and now they're heading into Iraq.
Is that happening now?
ETD 42B. It's a passenger airliner, it looks like. But why in the fuck would you be flying a passenger airliner across Lebanon and Syria when we're conducting military strikes there?
Yeah. I know that.
Like flying over Iraq.
I know that Israel earlier, I don't know if it was last night, they hit Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. I don't know, what's going on there. But I got to keep a close eye on this, dude. Here's another U.S. plane. Where the hell is this heading? That looks like a C-17. It is a C-17. C-17 on the move, heading toward Syria. Dude, it might be happening. I can't say that. I cannot say that.
It might be, though. But I'm thinking about, like, I'm thinking that, the subs can surface.
Hell, and the subs can surface in the Persian Gulf.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're right freaking there. And the...
When I back out, look at how much traffic flows right through Iraq.
I remember the time now. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but that is a lot of air traffic going over eastern Iraq, and that's...
Been in Iran right now, about 5 in the morning.
It's almost 6 a.m. Actually, it is about 6 a.m. in Iran right now. But the sun doesn't rise till like 7. Because Ma, please, On Flight Radar, you can see where right now, if I show it, it's still darkness in Iran. You could see the lines here with the sun rising. So it is still basically dark over Iran right now. And remember, if it's happening, it's either happened or it's happening at the moment and they're hitting targets and probably like cruise missiles, Tomahawks, launched from aircraft. They're...
What's it mean when you click on a plane and, you know, it has that purple tail that tells you where its flight plan, where it's been and come from?
Yeah.
There'll be sections of it gone.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of weird. That's like glitchy. But you basically can see where the plane, with the point of origin of the plane.
Could that mean that radar is being jammed in that section?
Hard to say. Hard to say. All I know, there was a lot of weird activity today in the 2 airports in Tehran. A lot of spoofing. Anyway, go. Do your thing. Call me if anything.
Let me let you do what you gotta do.
Call me if you hear anything.
If I see anything.
Call me if you hear anything.
You got it.
Bye. Yeah, so I wanted to I want to go to my stream, like replay, to show you what the heck happened, and I jumped on as soon as I could because there was a strata tanker. If you rewind on the Tube of the U, because I'm on TikTok, go to the very beginning of the stream, and you'll see it over Iranian airspace. I'm gonna share my own screen right now, and we're gonna go back to when I first started streaming. It was there. There's no doubt it was there. Right there. That is a strata tanker. Let me stop the chat. Right there. It flew from Iraq right into Iranian airspace. And I'm flipping out because I was watching 2CTV and Goldie, and I'm telling them in the chat, check flight radar. Check flight radar. Strata tanker in Iranian airspace. That. Right there, Iranian airspace. How long ago was this? Half hour ago. Half hour ago. It was in Iranian airspace. Look at where it came from. I can't move it. I think that's like me doing it live now. Look, it came right in from Iraq. I thought it was going to turn and head south like it usually does. Not this time. It just kept going. And went right over into Iran, and then it turned its transponder off. That's a half hour ago. Because I just checked. Yeah. About a half hour. Yo. Uh-huh. Armin.
Has he always been checking flight radar?
No.
He's doing it right now.
Now they're checking flight radar?
They're on flight radar right now. They just saw the tanker you and I were tracking.
See? But that's old. That's not the tanker that they need to be concerned about. I tried to message them.
I know.
That's not the tanker.
I saw your messages, man.
Well, now they've seen my messages a half hour too late because this is the tanker that was over Iranian airspace, not the one in the Persian Gulf heading back to Qatar right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and
Bye. Yeah, they see, if they would have paid attention, they would have caught this live on their streams when I'm messaging them, but they didn't. And I'm in both chats, Tusi's and Goldie's. Check flight radar. There is a strata tanker in Iranian airspace right now. And I kept trying. But either one did not either see it, ignored it, whatever, and now they're looking at the plane in the Persian Gulf going south. No, you missed that. That one. That flew into Iranian airspace. That one. That's the big one. Again, could this be spoofing? Could they be doing some type of psyop to get into... But why would you fly into Iranian airspace and threaten a refueler tanker? That's so crazy risky. It doesn't make sense. Unless something's going down. And see, at that point, it can turn south and head right back to Qatar. So it's in the limited amount of Iranian airspace that it's risky. Yo. No.
Yeah, she's talking about everybody in chat room talking about check the flight radar, check the flight radar.
That was me. She's talking about me now?
Go look.
Oh, shit. She's talking about me now. Are you serious? Now she's talking about me? I tried to tell her privately and everything else? Oh, my God. Hurry up. Go back. Go back. Go back. Where is she? Goldie. No way. Let me go back. I got to hear this. Ma, stop. Don't talk right now. This is serious. I'm shaking.
The nuclear facilities of the terrorist Islamic dictatorship until he actually posted it on Truth Social. So doing all this like flight that they have,
Oh.
or I don't know, something, they were like going to I don't know, Bali or anyone else. Like you cannot.
I'm trying to see if she says something. That's what somebody just told me that she did.
Check the flight trackers or anything like that, guys. The U.S. military is so sophisticated. Do you think that they would actually like, you know, do you think that they would actually leave a trail on the flight radar? I mean, do you not remember when President Trump went after the nuclear?
She's debating it now. That it even happened.
On this live stream like all day. I called it.
Iran International even reported this?
That was before His Royal Highness King Reza Pahlavi.
She's not
his message later today, but he is. I guarantee you, something's happening tonight because the King of Iran in his message. Well, okay, guarantee. No, I can't guarantee, but the King of Iran in his message said.
West. President Trump is very good American first.
See, I can't catch it. I'm not going to pay attention to it because that's not really important right now. So who said that? Who said that? That they said it was mentioned. Who said that? Somebody in chat just said it. I got to pull up my chats. And I apologize because this has been so crazy. I'm like literally nervous. Like literally. Again, let's go back to when it all happened. She's looking at the wrong tanker and she's like, why would they show it? She's right in a way. It could be spoofing and maybe it's trying to get in their heads. But it did show this. I'm sure I'm going back to when it happened about 40 minutes ago. That is a stratotanker over Iranian airspace. That's what flight radar is showing. Why would they do that? I get the point. I get the point. But it happened. That's undeniable. I got to pull up my chats. And I apologize to those on Tuba the U. Because like I said, things have been so crazy fluid on what's going on right now. So I apologize to all you. I'm on TikTok, so I got to say it like that. I'm going to check what you guys are saying in a second. All I know is this is happening so fast. I'm trying, and I'm actually shaking. Now, this does not mean something is going on. All I know is this is what I've seen. Oh, Jesus. Yo. Are you there? I can't hear you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
You there?
Yes.
Hello?
How come you can't hear me? Fuck. Excuse my language. I didn't mean to curse. Oh my God, am I being... I don't want to start going crazy here. Now I went to message. Yeah, you couldn't hear me. What happened? Tell me.
I don't know. He's over there asking for information on how to select, like, to pull out U.S. aircraft. How to, you know what I mean?
Tusi? Okay.
He just upgraded to premium.
Oh, he has to go to playback, and he has to go to filters. Can you do it? Tell him he has to go to the filters and make sure he highlights military and then hit playback. We should do that here. I'm going to do that here. Hold on. I got too much going on the screen. We're going to do that right now on Flight Radar. Let's do that. I got too much things going on, everybody, but I'm trying to do this. I'm going back to play right. That's what we need to do. Let's do a time lapse. It'll show up. Click military in filters. And then tell them to do playback about an hour ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. And I got somebody else talking in the background. This is not a good time. Okay, let's see if we see it. Where is it? Yeah, I think I might have went back too much. Where is it? There it is. Is that it? That's it. That's it. Is that the one? No, that might be the other one that came from the north. Jesus, I'm shaking, dude. I'm like shaking. It came from up, down, south. It crossed and went across. Could that be it? That's it. That's the one. He needs to go back an hour. I'm showing it on my screen right now. He needs to go back an hour on playback.
He's trying to figure out how to track military planes.
Tell him he needs to go to filters and then make sure he highlights and clicks on military so it displays them. And it'll put the labels on them. Look at it. It went right into Iranian airspace. Boom. Look at that. That's the one. That's the one. I gotta roll a cigarette. I'm shaking, dude. I'm literally shaking. It's right there. It's the Stratotanker. And it definitely flew from Iraqi airspace into Iranian airspace. And you know that shit would not happen. There's no way that's an exercise. You don't fly into Iranian territory like that. You just don't do that. There's no way.
Let me see what she says.
I don't understand what they're saying. You know, it's like, it is what it is. It showed it. Flight radar showed it. Then it turned his transponder off as soon as it.
He just saw that he couldn't track the shit, so he upgraded to premium.
All right, let me hang up with you. I'm going to go into Tusi's channel.
He said, somebody tell me what to do and be simple about it because I'm new. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to go to Tusi. I'm going to go to Tusi now.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I got to go help Tusi. Oh my God, this is crazy. Is he still alive? Is Tusi still alive? Where is Tusi? Is Tusi still alive? Lindsey Graham said they're attacking Iran tonight. Well, it'll be this morning now. Or tonight, like Iran time. Is he still live? He's not live anymore. Ugh. Because you have to go to filters. And you have to make sure that the filters are on for military aircraft. But that's it, because there was two of them. There was two of them. One is now going back to Qatar. I don't know where this one is. Shut his transponder off. I don't know. I need to get the other YouTube chat up because I want to see what you guys are saying. And I apologize. But you could tell this is fluid. But I caught it. I caught it. I don't know if anybody else caught it, but I caught it. And I don't know if it's really happening, but it could be. All right, I'm going to chat now. Why is it going to my... Oh, yeah, this is the right chat. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. I'm shaking. I'm like literally shaking. Who's this? Sepp the Crafter. 35 minutes ago, like you said, reported by Channel 14 of Israel. Dude, you're right. Brother, I'm giving you proof to back up your claim. Lindsey Graham said they're attacking tonight. It's good to see you. If they've flown into Iranian airspace, it means they already think no and have confirmed the level of risk to the tanker is... Exactly! They would not risk that tanker. He just ended it. Just concluded his broadcast. The Iranian... Bro, Iran International said Channel 14 News. Channel 14 of Israel reported the same thing as you. I've been here telling you you can back your claim with Iran International. Thank you, Crafter. Yeah, that was the one that just landed, probably. There was another strata tanker there was two of them. That's the one that was another one that was going back to Qatar. Let me check what's going on in Oreo. And again, it could be a psyop. It could be a spoof. I don't know. And I apologize. I know there's messages coming in. I don't know. All I know is if we track this thing and going back, it went, and it was, I saw it earlier. I was monitoring it. It was circling north of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia like it was refueling stuff. I swear, I was watching these two and I was telling them in the chat. You know, I was telling them. And this is what happens. Okay, I don't know what the hell that is. Because I just rewound it. That doesn't look like the one I was tracking, though. Why is it showing it's coming down from that way now? Yeah, that's better. See, that's the right track. But look at the track. I got to slow the speed down. All right, let's slow the speed down. Look what it did earlier. It left Qatar, went north of Riyadh, did this circular stuff going on, and that could be an indicator of refueling in the air. I'm not saying it is. And then it headed northwest into Iraq. And then it went east across, a little more to the north, across, and went right into Iran. And then it turned its transponder off. Let's speed this up now. And then it shut its transponder off. Like right about here. Oh, right there. Oh, look at this. Now it's showing how it... Look how it just showed that. It didn't show that earlier. That was the one that went back to Qatar. Holy shit. It went into Iranian airspace and then it went down south. Now, again, could that have been... Why would they risk a strata tanker in Iranian airspace? Were they refueling? There's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions now with that. We got to go to the real time. And that probably landed already. It had to have landed by now. Because we were following it. All right, this is real time. Because there was one heading to Qatar. That's the one we were just looking at earlier. Oh, is that it? I bet you it is. There it is. Is that the same one, though? It is. It's just coming back. That is just now landing. The tanker is just now landing. That's unbelievable. And it didn't stay in Iranian airspace for long. Not at all. Now, this is not showing it. Okay, so now this is utter confusion. Because now it's not showing it entering Iranian airspace. Look, it's showing it coming down. This is peculiar. Why did that happen? Was it a glitch? Or what? Now that's I'm questioning it now. We got to go back to 0. We can go to 040. Might have to go back a little bit more, but I don't think so. There it is. This is it right here. I did not see it go south. I was watching it. I thought it might have went the typical way down to the south like it usually does. But it didn't. Unless there was a glitch. Or they were spoofing it. Spoofing it to show it there. Who knows? I don't know. It clearly shows it going into Iranian airspace. We're going to, people, if anybody hears any information updating this, please let me know. I know you said Iran internet, what was it? Channel 14 in Israel. I got to read your chats because I'm a little concerned about this being spoofing. See, then I was watching it live. It didn't do that. It just, the transponder turned off. But now look at it. I don't know. I'm going to rechat. A tanker wouldn't do that. Okay, hold on. I got to read your chats. Yeah, there's been a lot of strata tanker activity, C-17s. There's been a lot of activity. A NATO? I'm not taking much of a NATO plane into consideration here. Could be fueling assets in the area prepping. If not, the attack is definitely reconnaissance. True. Maybe they dropped off some Starlinks. Those people really need to get the communication out of Iran. I mean, they need help. They need help now. I said it was just GPS interference. What is everybody saying in this one? Not much activity going on in that chat. Let me check the other chat. Again, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. And it is what it could be, spoofing. Could simply be that. Let's see. These guys are just communicating in there. So, who knows? Who knows? But I'm not the only one that noticed it. You said, somebody mentioned in chat that Israel 14 mentioned it. Crafty, you said that. And who else said it? Iran International English. So other outlets were talking about this happening, but they all could be looking exactly at what I just seen. I cannot definitively say that now. I just can't, based on what I'm looking at. What's the air traffic like? Still a lot of air traffic going on. There's still a lot of air traffic going on. So I don't know. I don't know what to think at this point. Honestly, I don't. Was it a glitch? Was it GPS interference like someone mentioned? Don't know. There's an air defense system in Araz region, and there are radars that are the latest in Iran. I expect that a breach like this would be detected if it happened. I would think so, right? You would think so. Exactly. Wouldn't that have set off all kinds of countermeasures if that were the case? That makes total sense. It could have simply been some type of glitch. Like I said, I only can report what I seen at the time, and I came on immediately when I seen it. And that's all you can do. Speculation is one thing. Until something credible comes from this, that's another thing. But right now, it's speculation because we seen it. It showed it going into Iranian airspace, but that doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't it turn its transponder off if it was entering Iranian airspace? Why would it show itself? That itself is questionable right there. You would think it would have turned it off. Like, here I am. So that doesn't add up either. Exactly. Who knows? This is absolutely all speculation. You've seen what flight radar showed. And that's what I'm thinking. It was a glitch. You know, I don't know. And I'll play it one more time, but that was very odd. And when I seen that, I was like, wait a minute. Because I watched it in real time, and it just kept going and going. I was like, is that going to enter Iranian airspace? And then when it did, I was like, oh my God. So again, who knows? Let's go back to 0 about an hour ago. See, it's right here. That's it right there. See? I can only go based on what flight radar showed. Yeah, that's the town siren. They test it all the time. See? And I'm like, uh-oh, it didn't turn. It's going straight in. And technically, if that were true, it would be in Iranian airspace. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. Because that's all we can do. Yeah. If we hear that something happened in the early hours in Iran, then we know that it did. That this was part of it. But it, like, there could be so many explanations for it. Because then look, watch. Whoop! And it landed in Qatar. So who knows? It's absolutely speculation to say what occurred with that. It would be completely. And where you know, all I can show is what was seen. That's it. Could have happened. It could have, you know, who knows? I'm sure if it did, we'd hear about it. We would be hearing about something breaking news going on in Iran now, wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you be hearing about stuff already if it was an hour ago that this entered airspace? You would think, right? I haven't gotten no alerts or anything, so probably I'm thinking more of a glitch. A GPS, like somebody mentioned, GPS interference. I heard about the B-52, not the B-2s. I heard there was activity in Diego Garcia. That's what Tusi mentioned earlier. How can you confirm anything that's coming out? Allegedly, this is happening, that. Like I said, you see what's on flight radar. You show it, you report it. You take it for what it's worth with a grain of salt because we just don't know. You know? My grip with it being GPS is all aircraft in the area have broken trails, so who's to say it has done a loop into Iran, fueled assets and left? Your guess is as good as anyone's. Seriously, your guess is as good as anyone's right now. But the point is, we cannot deny whether it was a glitch or not. We cannot deny that it happened. It showed it on flight radar. Now, whether it's true or not, that's a different It's a whole different story. Where is it? Playback. Come on. You know, again, I only jumped on because I was watching it in real time. And I said, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Is this plane actually going to cross in from Iraq into Iranian airspace? The Stratotanker? And I was like, oh, I have to jump on. Because I'm telling Goldie and Tusi, check flight radar, check flight radar. And like I said, I can only tell them what's going on, what I see in real time. And I'm just saying what I'm watching in real time. And then I said, they're not seeing it. I have to jump on. I've got to tell people what's showing on flight radar. And that was the purpose of me coming on, because I've seen this happening. Whether, again, it's questionable, who knows? But we cannot deny that flight radar showed it. Entering. You could question it. Glitch, spoofing, GPS interference, whatever. Or real. Who knows? All I know is it did show up. And it's right there. And it's labeled. And it's in Iranian airspace. If true. If, big if. And you could see it was a Stratotanker. And if we zoom out, it's clearly in Iranian airspace. Now, did it happen? That's the question. And everybody needs to, you know, reach their own conclusion and opinions. Again, it's not adding up, because why aren't we, unless, like somebody mentioned, they refueled and it hasn't happened yet, but that doesn't make sense to me. You would shut your transponder off before entering airspace of the enemy, of that considered their enemy. You wouldn't leave that on. Why would you do that? Makes no sense, right? So that doesn't add up. I'm just saying, practically, that does not add up. Yes, the black dotted line, no signal. So, who knows? Great, excellent point. Who said that? Italian guy. Yes, it turned south over the water. I saw that. And that's what I said earlier. That the other track showed it turning south and heading back to Qatar. There was actually a Qatar plane right next to it as it was heading south. So again, there's a lot going on here. That's what I'm thinking too, Italian guy. They were refueling something. We're just gonna have to keep an eye, right? So I'm gonna get off now because I want to keep monitoring. Because obviously it is what it is. It occurred. And now I'm just going to keep watching the airspace. Because right now it's like a little after 6 a.m. More than that. It's like 6:30 a.m. in Iran. It's not going to happen in daylight hours. That is highly, highly unlikely. Alexa, what time is it in Iran right now? 6:32 a.m.? Alexa, what time is it in Iran?
It's 5:32 a.m.
5:32 a.m. 5:32. You can see the light coming, right? You see it on the screen? Sunrise. Does anybody think there's going to be anything going on?
I'm not quite sure how to help you.
Alexa, stop. Do you think anything's going to happen in daylight hours? Light hours? I don't think so. So, anyway, I'll keep an eye on this. Love to everyone. Have a great rest of your evening, Sunday night, Monday morning, whatever time it is. I will keep monitoring this. If anything happens, if I notice anything, because I've been watching Flight Radar all day. If I notice anything odd, like airspace starts to clear out, they start to change their flight paths, diversions occur, then you know something may be going down. But right now, look at all the air traffic here. I'm just saying, you would get civilian craft out of the way, wouldn't you? Do you remember how Flight Radar was right before the 12-day war between Israel and Iran? That airspace was clear. So they're not going to jeopardize civilian planes, would they? There's a lot of air traffic out there right now. So I don't think, I agree with some of the comments that were coming in on Tuba the U. No way. So like I said, thank you for everybody for tuning in. I just wanted to share this with everybody. All of you have enjoy the rest of your evenings. And I say, if I come back, that means I'm noticing something else. But love to all of you. Peace, love to all you families, etc. Have a great rest of your night. And maybe I'll be back. If something goes down, I will be back. So otherwise,